At Aspire, our award celebration in October, we announced our premier academic award, the QACI Academic Student of the Year. This award recognises the highest performing students based on predicted grades. Today, it is a pleasure to announce the equivalent award, the QACI International Baccalaureate DUX, which is based on the actual IB results. The person who's the recipient of this award achieved amazingly within her international baccalaureate studies. She achieved an IB score of 43, which is an amazing achievement. But not only did she achieve that, her passion was theatre. And the IB score alone does not measure what Australia's leading theatre organisations look for in such a student. She received, based on auditions, offers to WAPA in Western Australia, the Victorian College of Arts in Melbourne, and was one of 7 students Australia-wide to be offered a position at NIDA, Australia's premier theatrical and acting establishment. That in itself is an incredible achievement. But to foster your craft and your passion, which is theatre, and to achieve a 43 in the most rigorous academic program the world has to offer in the International Baccalaureate, I said, is testimony to this young lady. I'm absolutely honoured because she commenced at NIDA a few weeks ago and has flown up this morning from Sydney for this presentation and just arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2013 IB DUX for QACI is Charlotte Mungomery.
Talking about running. I'm an advocate for running in both the exercise term and running in a more allegorical sense. Let me explain. I only very recently watched Forrest Gump, a film centred on the motif of running. One particular moment in the film resonated strongly with me and triggered me to reflect upon the QACI experience. It was the moment when Forrest, for no particular reason, decides to start running. Forrest states, "That day, for no particular reason, I decided to go for a little run. So I ran to the end of the road, and when I got there, I thought, maybe I'd run to the end of the town. And when I got there, I thought maybe I'd just run across Greenbow County. And I figured since I'd run this far, maybe I'd run across the great state of Alabama. And that's what I did. I ran clear across Alabama. For no particular reason, I just kept on going. I ran clear to the ocean, and when I got there, I figured since I'd gone this far, I may as well turn around and just keep going." Forrest began his journey, unsure of where it would take him, who he would meet, what challenges he would face, and his run lasted for a very significant 3 years. Sound familiar? I will now bestow upon you 5 things that Forrest Gump, and more importantly QACI, taught me about running. Some of these may be helpful, some of them may be useless, and most of them will definitely be forgotten come next week's assembly. The QACI run is one you cannot... sorry, missed the line. Number 1, you're not running a race. The QACI run is one you cannot do alone and you don't want to. Enjoy the run with those around you. I know I would often take for granted how profound, interesting, and driven those running alongside me were, so don't do that. I suppose I worked hard to achieve whatever it was I achieved on my journey, but I cannot truly take credit for these successes because I was unmeasurably lucky to be guided, supported and inspired by so many admirable people inside and outside the QACI community. So before I continue, I'd like to take this opportunity now to thank those who ran alongside me. Firstly, Mr. Jokes, thank you for nurturing and cultivating the QACI environment and culture. It is something truly special. To all our teachers, thank you. I will never forget your patience, dedication and wisdom. Fellow students, past and present, thank you for inspiring me every day while I was here. Admin staff, I thank you so much for your kindness and always friendly smiles. Last but certainly not least, my family. Without your unconditional support, love and guidance, none of this would have been possible. So, advice numero uno, get to know your team. Share ideas, listen and learn from each other's wisdom. This is not a race. No one cares what position you finish in or how fast you run. So run together and become stronger as a group. Number 2, QACI is a journey, not a destination. Like Forrest Gump, you may have no idea where you are running to. I certainly know that when I was at QACI, I had not the slightest clue. And to be honest, I still don't. And to me, this is exciting. It is completely okay not to know your destination, and in the grand scheme, the destination is not important, as long as you keep running. You could say that our QACI journey ended on January the 6th, when we opened our IB scores. When I reflect back to this moment, I felt proud, yes, but I have to admit and tell you that I remember feeling significantly underwhelmed, not because of the number I achieved, but because there was no way that this 2-digit number could possibly try, outweigh and represent the many exceptional and profound experiences we all underwent throughout the QACI journey. So, I tell you now, make the most of your journey. Don't count the days until you graduate. Be like Forrest Gump and fill your journey with beautiful sunsets, landscapes, adventures, learnings and people, as it is these things which will change you the most. Once you reach your destination, you will feel a great sense of achievement, but not because of how fast you ran or how far you ran or where you placed, but purely because you ran the journey as a whole and because you kept on running. Number 3, stuff. A euphemism for a word that is inappropriate to speak in this context happens. For those of you who have seen Forrest Gump, you will remember that at one point during his epic run, Forrest steps in something quite unpleasant. It happens. Your QACI journey will not be perfect, and it shouldn't be. Searching for perfection is, as Tim Minchin says, like searching for a rhyme scheme in a cookbook. You won't find it, and searching for it will bugger up your souffle. So, don't be afraid of making mistakes, as it is these moments which will teach you the most. No matter how perfected your growth plan may seem, be prepared for the unexpected. As Simon Tate once told me, men plan, God laughs. Number 4, running is exhausting. It's hard work. There will be times where you want to give up, but don't. This run is not easy, and that is okay. Make sure you take the time to slow down, to rest, so that you're rejuvenated for the next length. And put aside time for the reflection. This is very important. Again, you need to work as a team to stay positive, and it's all in your mind. So the best wisdom I can give you is to be resilient and run. So run, QACI, run, and keep right on going. Thank you.